Today, we will be discussing some alternate career paths for Daniel Ricciardo in the second episode of this new series. This is Triple Crown Racing, let's get into it. At the Canadian Grand Prix, Daniel Ricciardo bumps into IndyCar driver James Hinchcliffe. They begin talking, and after, let's say, a few drinks, James asks Daniel if he'd be interested in an IndyCar drive. Daniel says yes, and within minutes they are on the phone to Sam Schmidt. Schmidt is surprised but very excited that Ricciardo is interested in racing IndyCars. Schmidt isn't going to expand to 3 cars, but he knows someone who may expand to 2. Schmidt calls Michael Shank, asking him if he'll give Ricciardo a drive. He agrees, and Meyer Shank with Schmidt-Peterson expands to a 2-car team with the introduction of the 61 car. While the decision to race IndyCars may not have been one made in sound mind, it's not one Ricciardo regrets, and in his first season falls in love with the sport. With the news that Red Bull would be using Honda engines in 2019, Daniel Ricciardo was faced with 3 choices: go to Renault, stay with Red Bull Racing, or use this new partnership to pursue other things. After seeing Jenson Button's success in Super GT, he decides that he wants in. Aguri Suzuki is keen to take the Australian on, as he was once a Formula 1 driver himself, and believes that it is important for the sport to gain greater publicity, and Ricciardo joins Autobac's Aguri Racing for the 2019 Super GT season. Other than fighting the Nissan and Lexus teams, it is a battle of the Hondas between the number 100 Braidbury car of Jenson Button and Naoki Yamamoto and the Arta car. With Corvette looking to expand their market to Australia, who better to play the role of ambassador than Australia's top racing driver, Daniel Ricciardo? Corvette Racing offers Daniel Ricciardo the opportunity to compete in the North American Endurance Cup. Ricciardo agrees, as he has seen Fernando Alonso's various sports car racing exploits. Not only that, but his Renault Clio company car doesn't quite have the same high-performance characteristics of a Corvette. The Australian joins the number 3 lineup alongside Jan Magnussen and Antonio Garcia. Ricciardo makes his sports car racing debut at the 2019 24 Hours of Daytona. Ricciardo drives the whole North American Endurance Cup season and also maintains his Formula 1 commitments. Corvette also brings their C8R to Australia on a number of showcase events to expand their brand in the land down under. For his final full-time season, what better way to end the career of Australian hero Craig Lowndes would there be other than driving alongside the country's other star racing driver, Daniel Ricciardo? Who better to partner up with than one of Formula 1's finest? That is exactly what Craig Lowndes does, and asks Ricciardo to join his lineup for the Pertec Enduro Cup. He agrees. Australia's motorsport community has never been more excited. The headline, Daniel Ricciardo joins Triple Eight Racing with Craig Lowndes, is on every newspaper and every news show. The nation's 2-star racing drivers would be taking on Australia's most iconic tracks. Together they would take on Sandown, the Gold Coast, and Bathurst. There are many questions surrounding how competitive Ricciardo will be, but thankfully he steps up and manages to run with the best Australia has to offer. So that's it for the second episode of Alternate Careers. Did you enjoy it? What other drivers would you like this done for? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks to @Finnicaro on Instagram for making the awesome helmet designs seen in this video. The link to his page is in the description below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.